believed to have been killed the same day she went missing, Monday, May 13. Skeletal remains found in Salt River, Clarendon on Monday haven't been confirmed to be hers, but her family's hope dwindles day by day, and even a little bit more today after her mother was swabbed for DNA evidence. Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey says searches across St. Catherine and Clarendon led to a suspect being taken into custody and the discovery of the remains, but it's still too early
to state definitively that it is Miss Anglin's body, and thus we await the findings of the forensic team. Given the weight of the evidence collected thus far, the suspect in the matter has since given a statement to the police admitting his involvement.
The suspect operates a ride-sharing service the 29-year-old teacher used to get to work.
She was picked up by the suspect. I can also say that with the help of Jamaica High, we were able to identify a specific route which the motor car that she was in traveled. Based on the analysis that was done by CFCD, we believe that she was taken to that specific location and killed.
This Google Maps image shows the location where the body was found, Salt River borders St. Catherine and Clarendon. Now, Mr. Bailey says the suspect has a history of sexual offenses, both in Jamaica and another Caribbean country.
I want to point out that this specific suspect was arrested and charged sometime about 2015 by the police for sexual offenses. He was also convicted in Antigua for sexual offenses and deported to Jamaica.
A vehicle of interest was identified, which led to the suspect.
With the use of technologies, we were able to identify a location in Salt River in Clarendon as the last identifiable location that Miss Anglin was in.
Mr. Bailey says the police are satisfied and convinced that the right person has been held.
Tonight at 11, singer Sean Kingston, who's facing $1 million fraud charges, walking out of jail after posting bond.
Our cameras were rolling as he left the Broward jail. Good evening.
Yeah, Lauren, he had his mom, he had his sister, personal security guard, and 2 others waiting outside this jail for over an hour, but when Sean Kingston hit that door, they cheered. Covering his head with a towel, Sean Kingston kept his feelings under wraps. Sean, did you steal jewelry? Sean, did you steal furniture? Sean, did you steal? Did you defraud?
All right. What are we?
Last month, authorities in California arrested Kingston, whose real name is Kashawn Anderson, at a concert he had. That same day, police raided his mansion in Southwest Ranches and arrested Kingston's mother for fraud and theft, too. Kingston faces 10 charges for allegedly running an organized scheme to defraud, grand theft, fraud, criminal use of personal ID, and a probation violation for trafficking stolen property. Investigators say he agreed to be extradited to Broward County's jail Sunday. Yesterday, his lawyer claims Kingston was coerced and should not face any criminal charges.
Things were being paid back. He had certain obligations he had to meet, and he met some of them in the past, and there was no particular deadline for him to meet the rest of the obligations. I see, like I told you before, I see a civil contract that was breached, that wasn't fulfilled, with no criminal intent.
One day later, his family spent $10,000 to bond Kingston out of Broward's jail.
Sean, are you innocent?
He did not say a word about his case and only spoke up when asked about the luxury car that carried him home.
Sean, is your Maybach racing? Now, hold it. Check the license plate.
Kingston had to give up his passport to go free tonight. He's going to plead innocent to all of those charges in coming days. His lawyer plans to ask for a jury trial. Live in Portland.
I see some wild accusations, and please, I don't want to really get out there and say certain things now, but, at the right time, I will share. But what I want to encourage other young people who are out there, still do not be deterred by the negativity and what you see happening, because it's good people with good intentions step aside underneath and do. It is because of my love for my people and my love for my country hard. I don't know if in recent time any other young individual have come under the kinds of attacks that I have come under. And why? I came in, young person, from a poor family, sold in the market with my mother to help to get a good education, have my master's degree, doing my PhD, which I've had to put on hold because of how immersed I am in this politics. I got out there, every resource that I have gotten, I go out there and I spend it on the people. When we don't get enough from CDS, I reach out to ministers, I reach out to private sector, and instead of applaud the effort of the young member of parliament and aspire to some of the members of parliament and some of those in the political arena are guilty of it too. So instead of emulate them, what is good? You have people that start off with a rumor, oh, how is Rhoda able to do so much work? She must be getting more money. And then now they keep adding to it. Oh, she must be involved with the Prime Minister. That's why she getting more money. These things are heartbreaking. You have money. These things are heartbreaking. You have families involved. You have people involved. The latest I see now clip on social media is that I got pregnant for Prime Minister and did an abortion. Those things are hurtful. Those things are sickening. And then you have others, clips that take it and they run with it and they put this out there and they don't have any consideration for how these things hurt people and their family. Why haven't I gone the route of lawsuit yet? When I saw them emerging around the time of the local election, I contemplated it. I did seek some legal advice. But you know what I said to myself, Cliff? I said, I will suffer. I am willing to suffer and push through this because I know that there's no truth to it. Because if I was to come out and put forward a lawsuit, in my mind, I'm saying, it would move it from the gossip channels to mainstream media. And I didn't want that for it to become a distraction to hurt the rest of candidates and to hurt the party. So I suffered through it. I battled through it, still suffering through it. Because my reputation has taken a hit for it. And why? Because I decide that I'm not sharing my personal life. I don't believe I should. I reserve the right as much as I'm a public citizen. I don't need to be sharing certain things on social media if I don't want to. I don't need be sharing my personal life to say who I'm dating or if I'm in a relationship or if I have children of my own. And in the absence of that, persons came out, Cliff, where this rumor originated to. Back when President Kagame came here, I'm not afraid to say it. It's my story, I can tell it. I was battling with fibers, and so my belly had a little bulge. And one parliamentarian from the other side made a laugh and said, look like Rhoda is pregnant. And that is where it just spiraled from there.
What?